Faff.
Welcome back to FPL Faff with Jez, Jack, and Jim. I'm Jez.
I'm Jack.
I'm Jim.
Wow, okay, Jim's going through some stuff. Is everything all right?
Guys, what was this week? What was it?
Don't get me
I
started.
have got all of my teams should play. They all play the whole game at least, or 8 minutes, whatever, except for Button because he's just my second goalkeeper. And I've got 4 players that didn't even, postponed. Does that mean that Everton get 3 points because Man City got COVID?
Well, I think that this is something that the FA have to think about. It happened in the cup, didn't it? Where if you miss a round of the cup for whatever reason, then the opposition, they get the bye. So I think it happened with Leyton Orient and Tottenham we were talking about. I think this should apply in the Premier League. It's rough and it's horrible circumstances, but the league needs to move. And what they haven't done in the Premier League, there's no gaps in the schedule to just slot this game back in. We're talking about Man City.
Yep.
When the hell do they have a week off? Like they got Champions League to think about. That was,
funny you should say that. I've just seen. Well, I read it yesterday that they will have in the cup. I think it's the one of the cups. Fuck, which one was it? Anyway, that they've got a. They're able to postpone one of the cups.
Oh, really?
How is that fair?
I know it's not fair.
Mate, last year Liverpool's playing 2 games in 2 different continents on the same day, but Manchester City with the deepest squad in Europe, we don't want to play, let's postpone a game. Yeah. Come on.
Seriously.
I know.
Well, I can for one say that I was livid on we're recording on the 30th of December. Was it yesterday? I can't even remember with Man City, day before Pad. But that was an absolute shocker. I had Stones, De Bruyne, and Calvert-Lewin ready to go. I was hoping.
Oh, that's rough.
I was hoping for a City clean sheet because there's still a few teams without either Stones or Diaz or Cancelo, and obviously hoping for De Bruyne. I was one of those that kept on with him for a long time, and he doesn't play. So all in all, I'm going to finish on 42 points, which, to be honest, I'm actually not that fussed about giving such a crap.
I'm looking at the average points for this game week, and right at the moment it's reading 25. So
wow, yeah. Horrendous all round. So off my bench, it comes Brewster with 2, and
nice.
Mitchell for the first time since game week 6 gets a run out. Luckily, gets me another 2 points.
So lucky he played.
But
honestly,
a combination of COVID misses and rotation, I had Stones, De Bruyne, Son, Calvert-Lewin and Sofao all not playing, which is 5 out of my 11, which was dreadful, quite frankly.
Huge.
I'll go from back to front. McCarthy with a big 9 points, big saviour there. Obviously, Sofao and Stones don't play. Alexander-Arnold comes in with 6. I captain Salah. Again, another blank, very disappointing. Bruno got a 6. Souček with 3. Patricio Bamford coming in again with another 8 points. He's just becoming essential to my team. There's no two ways about it. Leeds are looking very, very good. And then, of course, comes in Brewster and Mitchell. I think we'll get into transfers later on. You guys say your teams, but that was not the luck that I needed.
No, not at all. I'm trying to work out what I'm going to be on because I captained Kane, and obviously Spurs and Fulham did not play. And I've lost it out on Son. I'll quickly run through the
who was your vice?
My vice captain is Mo, and he didn't do it. I should have done Fernandes, but alas, no. In fact, I should have done Bamford or even McCarthy. Yeah, McCarthy would have been my highest scorer, so I should have done that. So McCarthy 9, Chilwell with 5, Alexander-Arnold with 6. Luckily, I have Ayling on my second sub for the second week running. He's got another clean sheet. He's actually going to be coming in because Cancelo obviously didn't play because of Man City COVID, the dirty gets, and Zuma was rested, so that was really beneficial for me. So we'll get
Nice.
my 3 in defence. They're going to be all having a clean sheet. Well, Chilwell doesn't have a clean sheet, but he did get an assist. So
He's got a return.
It's basically the same.
basically the same. Fernandez with 6, Mo with 3, but that's going to give me 6 points. Souček with 3, and Bowen, who wasn't meant to play or was vested and then came in with a huge 1 point. Massive
Nice.
differential there. And, and let's just say he's no longer in my team. And
Wow.
Bamford,
Was he a 1 week wonder?
he was a 2-week wonder. Actually,
All right.
I give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you're starting to get rested, then obviously there's been a lot of games this for the festive season. But whatever, he's out. He's out, and yeah, Bamford with 8. And so I think I'm going to finish on 53, something around that, which is mad because 4 players didn't play, and it still beats my last week, which all of my team played.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
That's insane, but yeah.
Do you know, that rings true for me so much. I think I landed on 47 last week, and so I'll run through my team. But just I guess the most notable thing is that I made a very rookie mistake, and I captained Son, and my vice captain was from the same team. I never thought that there'd be a game called off. So Son and Kane were my captain and vice captain. Both didn't play.
Oh,
So that's I wasted some points there.
You
But
did, mate.
remarkably, I've had one of the better weeks that I've had this season. It's
I don't even know how.
Defense, man. My defenders came up huge this week. So
did.
from the back to front, I had McCarthy with 9, great. Chilwell, 5 points. Stuart Dallas, who I have been singing the praises of week after week, 12 points.
wow.
12 points.
Very good.
And Charlie Taylor with 1 point. I was very upset with that because Burnley kept a clean sheet, but he went off injured after 8 or 9 minutes, and that has me very concerned. But it's fine anyway. Fernandez with 6, Salah with 3, Son with a big fat 0, Grealish with 2, Zaha with 7. He finally got a return. Kane with a blank as well, and Bamford with 8. But
You nearly didn't play Zaha as well, did you?
I nearly didn't, but I mean, not like it would have mattered anyway, because
Yeah.
all of my benches come off anyway.
Fair, yeah.
But so one player who I did bench who then got some points was Bednarek. 7 big ones from him. He's coming off the bench.
Very nice.
And Big Bollock Brewster, 2 points.
Big 2 points. Well done, Brewster.
Huge. So
Absolutely
yeah, 62 for me.
So, Jez, I really wanted to save myself for this pod to rub it
here
in
we go.
so big because I was speaking to Jack and I mentioned that obviously this was before I knew the Fulham and Spurs game was going to be called off or postponed, and I wanted Kane to do everything, which he would have. He would have got a penalty and he would have scored. And why do you have Kane in your team, Jez? Why?
Why?
Because he's on penalties as well as being.
Well,
Harry
yeah,
Kane.
I mean, of course. I think we
So
all know
why
that.
would you not captain Harry Kane when he's on pens? Basically,
So-
I wanted him to get a pen, him to score it, and then me to rub it in. And basically, I can't.
That's a lot of dots that need connecting. So I'll tell you what. Look, Son and Kane are basically playing the same position, and there are chances of penalties. It is a bit of a risk to captain Son, but he gets the clean sheet bonus, which I felt was on against Fulham tonight, and also he gets 1 more point per goal than a
I
striker
agree.
does. So
I hear you.
I thought it was more
that's
likely.
not what was going to happen.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's not what was going to happen. But alas,
So at the end of the day, 62 points for me plays your
Huge.
53. Go fuck yourself.
we've got a head-to-head as well. So you've done me there. So well done.
I'm telling you guys, look, come week 21, you will both be looking up at me in the table. I'll be number
Okay.
1. There are no two ways about it.
Are you still fourth?
Brutal.
No response.
So I was so shout out to
Tony Turn. Oh no,
no,
Turn Up King.
well, not yet actually.
No? Not yet?
Shout out to Oliver Borg for being number one in the FPL Faff league for a day by 1 point.
You fucking prick.
Oh.
What? No, he was.
Yeah, I know, but that's such a backhanded comment. Wow.
I have brought it back.
Oh my god. All right.
No, I mean he's the only one I'm worried about. Not worried about anyone else.
He's had a bad week too.
Yeah.
Whilst we're talking about the FPL Faff League, actually, a shout out not this week before, Men with Ven, the guy from Down Under, Alex Stainsby, with he got 105 last week. We didn't mention on the pod. Huge week, another 3-pointer, and he will be making moves, I am sure, in the next few weeks. There's a lot of teams which are looking very similar now. It's going to be hard to see any changes in the table, I think, for a little while longer. But I think the second wild card is going to be a real big clincher. There's a couple of other double game weeks coming up soon. Not the one in game week 19, but a couple of ones after that too. I'm hoping for a big second half of the season. We'll see.
Absolutely. I just want to go back to Men with Ren, the century there. Has Dallas as a third sub. That should have been, should have been an extra 5 points. That would have been huge.
Monster score.
That's a killer team.
Just what we're on
it. That's worrying me.
I was thinking this week. I mean, take COVID out of it and just think about the fixtures and all the rest of it. I remember the days where it used to be like picking a correct captain used to be really easy, and now it's a real. Do you know what I mean? It was
so stressful.
In times gone by, you stick it on Hazard at home, and you get the points in. Now you captain Salah. I mean, like a lot of people have 2 weeks in a row. He's got a 2 and a 3. I mean, that should not be happening with a player of his standard. The more I think about it, Fernandez is just a safer bet week in, week out now.
He is. I think he's probably just going to sit with my armband from now on. I don't know what. I've been burnt every time I've captained somebody who's not him this season. And when I have captained him, he's got 17, 12 points.
Correct.
There's no choice to be made.
KDB. He's the new KDB. There's a new sheriff in town, and
there is a new sheriff in town.
Fernandez.
It is. Do you know what? I saw a stat the other day, and it was the start of January 2020, and they were going through the list of the top 5 players who have cumulatively banked on goals and assists. Bruno comes up top quite considerably, actually, for goals and assists. He's equal playing on both of those. Salah coming in second, Harry Kane was in there at third, Son in fourth, and Jamie Vardy coming in fifth. I mean, De Bruyne's not even, he doesn't even feature in the top 5, which leads me actually nicely.
He is in the overall, which is mad.
He is overall.
Overall assist in the whole Premier League, he's in I think the top 15 of the whole Premiership. That's insane.
100%.
But yeah,
he needs
not this season.
Not this season. No, not this season.
He needs a big second half. But
so my question for you is: will Kevin De Bruyne be a feature in your team in the second half of this season?
Well, I had a few beers on the night of the COVID. I really looking forward to it. 8 o'clock kickoff. I had a 4-pack in the fridge. I was looking forward to seeing De Bruyne crush it. And then we got the news, 3 hours beforehand that the game was called off. So those 4 beers were consumed. The match wasn't viewed. So I was angry, for lack of a better word. I wouldn't say impulse, because I think I was always going to make this change. But
yes, you did. You made angry changes.
It was angry changes. And do you know what it was? It was a price drop the week before, and I realised that I had not even gained. Well, I gained 0.1 value on him, so not enough to get me up to. It wasn't even worth taking the transfer out. So I thought, you know what, he's got not the easiest game, Chelsea away, and then there was Then they're playing in game week 18, which I'm going to free hit for, so he's in for that week anyway. And then I didn't fancy him in the double because I've got a couple of other players there. So he's now out. He won't be out for long, I can assure you. I love him. As is Brewster, thank God.
It's about time.
As well as Branthwaite. So I've realised...
That's the big one you need to
Wait, did you say Branthwaite or Deadweight? I didn't quite...
Yo! Either or, mate. You take your pick. But no, looking... It's only taken me until game week 17 to realise that having a bench this season is pretty important. And I couldn't afford to have another game week of 10 players. So those 3 are out. I've taken a hit for it. It doesn't happen often, but I'm -4 going into game week 18. Game week 17. And coming in for those players are Stuart Dallas.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which I'm very pleased with because he went up 0.1 overnight. So that was
Oh, yes, he did.
I've got Oriol Romeo in there as my enabler at a very, very cheap 4.5, but we know he plays every game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Harry Kane is in my squad again.
Huge.
So
Wow.
I am thrilled with that because
I really hate that you have had Kane out for so long. You pledged your bets with KDB. He has not turned up, and yet you have still not lost anything because Kane hasn't either. How lucky can you get?
I've been fortunate. I didn't have Bruno. I didn't have Bruno for a while, and he was doing bits, and I didn't have him. And I was fortunate. 3 games on the spin where Kane got 2 points. So yeah, very lucky. I think Brewster's probably equally in there, so that kind of shows you where Harry Kane's been. So thrilled with that. I was nervous about the Fulham game today, and I thought, God, I haven't got him in for this week. Is it going to bite me? You know, sadly, it was called off. Fortunately,
so it's been in your favour.
It has been in my favour. But as we're going into game week 17, he's probably got my armband actually at home to Leeds. We know that
he has for me as well.
They have started to look pretty. Go on.
I'm gonna stick mine on Son this week again.
Nice.
Please do.
No,
I can't wait for all the pens.
I think if there's pens, Kane's in. But I do think Son. Just thinking the way that Leeds play, they're full of energy all the time. They are prone to having a counter attack against them. And it's not Kane. It's not Kane who's bombing on. It's always going to be Son. He's got the pace.
Well, it'll be both of them. But
he can get behind.
Right.
Sure, but Kane's dropping in deeper, and he's assisting with some more balls over the top. I think Son really could be in. And don't forget, Leeds have got 2 backup centre backs playing at the moment. They've got Sturridge in for Cooper, and they've got Koch, who's been out for a very long time. They've got Ayling playing in that position now, and like nothing wrong with him, but he's not going to be able to keep up with Son.
They don't have pace. Leeds at the back. They're not quick. I look at Kane. I mean, he's obviously got goals and assists, but he's probably been Tottenham's best defender this season. The guy's everywhere. Like he's been so good, but it does worry me how much he does drop deep. I don't think that captaining Son is a bad choice at all. For me, it's either him. It's either Kane or Son. It's a coin flip, and then of course you got Fernandes against Villa, which I think is always probably worth thinking about.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that one. Like I know I just said a minute ago that I'm probably going to whack my armband on Fernandes and just forget about it for the rest of the season. But I mean, Villa keep proving they're no walkovers. I think they'll be very difficult to score against. I do expect Bruno to do something, but I don't think he's going to have a huge turnout.
Just going back to Leeds, and you, Jez, captaining Son. I agree with everything that's just been said. However, I don't think that's a clean sheet for Spurs.
Sure, I guess I'm just hoping that Son scores or assists. I think that he's going to be in. I reckon he's got at least.
So you'll get the extra points
7
for
points
the
in him.
goal, but you probably won't be getting the clean sheet bonus.
Look, here's what I see happening. We'll get into the fixtures and what we think was going to happen later, but for this one particularly, I think Spurs are probably going to win.
Jez coming up early.
Early Mystic Jez. All right, here's what's going to happen. It's going to be 4-2 to Spurs. Son's going to get 2. Kane's going to get one. Do you know who's going to... Eric Dyer's going to stick his fat head on one. Score from a corner. I think
Bamford's going to score.
Bamford's going to get
again.
one. I think Alioski's going to either score or assist. He's been...
Whoa. What did you just say? Turn up king.
Turn up king.
Yes.
Is that the turn up king alert?
Yes, he is. My
What
turn
a
up
strike,
king for
by the
the
way.
week. Yeah.
Oh,
Deservedly
that goal was
so.
incredible. So he just went up this week, so now he's 4.5. But before that, he was 4.4. He's bombing forward. He hasn't done any defending yet this season. He's playing left wing.
He's a midfielder. He is a midfielder straight up. Like it's like Dallas, out of position player. Absolutely. Like
Alioski.
The thing about Alioski is what like he can defend. Like he's one of those that he can put a tackle in. And I think that particularly if you're looking at someone like Jack Harrison, which he scored again. This game week. So I can imagine there's a few people looking at him. If I'm if I'm Leeds, I'm thinking, well, they're also Jack Harrison's practically a left forward, and then you've got Alioski not too far behind. I think if you're Bielsa, you've probably got the added security that you've got someone like Alioski who is he can mop up, he can do that defensive work, but he's equally as good going forward as well. It's a really nice pick.
Really is. I shout out for Melier as well because he was great in that game. Also to what is his name again?
This is good quality content.
Carl Darlow.
Played
so well.
Oh no.
He did play so well. I remember a couple of pods back where Jack mentioned Carl Darlow and you, Jez, were just like, I have no faith in any Newcastle.
Look, I can't live with myself if I'm putting faith in Newcastle.
But also against your team, Liverpool, who played so well.
I've lost faith in Liverpool. I've been saying all season, like, it astounds me that they're top of the league. They won't be for that much longer, I don't think.
They will, I think.
I don't know, man. They've been, look at it objectively. They've had two really good games probably, and played pretty bad in most of the other ones. They've got the results because that's what a winning team does. They grind out results, but they're
except for this week. But
well, they still didn't lose though. That's the thing. Like the most important thing is to get points out of every game that you play. Really.
Mm-hmm. I think the underdogs now. I mean, not really underdogs, and I hate that. Everyone will be saying it. Early doors, it's too early to call who's going to win the Prem, even though we've been doing it every week. But Man United are looking kind of favourites now. Odds on.
The fact of the matter is, they've got a game in hand with Liverpool. They win that, they're level on points at the top.
No, I think they've both got 15 now, same as Everton. And the rest have got 16.
Yeah, absolutely. So United and Everton have 15, and Liverpool and Leicester, who are also in the top four, they played 16. Probably worth mentioning for Villa, who are sitting in there in fifth.
Yes.
If they win both of their games in hand, they go 1 point behind Liverpool. So, as you said, Jez, quite rightly, you can't write them off. They're playing very, very well. And, we'll laugh about it when they beat Liverpool 7-2. Their goal difference is the second best in the league behind Liverpool. They are in a very, very strong position. They're looking good at the back. And El Ghazi, what the hell's happening? 5-5.
Whoa. Well,
do you know what? Ever since he had that game where Grealish put him in for about 4 goals and he missed every single chance, anyone else has passed to him and he's just banged it in. Watkins passed the ball to him, bang, in.
Guys, can't believe you just said it. He is my tiny turn-up of the week, El Ghazi.
El Ghazi, tiny turn-up.
Ghazi. He gets the tiny turn-up, without a doubt, for being consistent. And he is the player I transferred in.
Whoa.
Nice. So, just the one change, Jim?
Just the one change, yeah. Looking at his profile, in the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 points, 3 points, 16 points, 9 points, and 7. These are huge.
Those are big numbers.
For a return of just 5.8 million at the moment, which is...
For value, it is a steal. The only thing I'd say, and I don't want to be a downer on it, but take away the...
you do.
Well, I do. I secretly love it. But you take away those 5 goals in 5 games. Is he just a man in form? Because what's he done prior to game week 12? Like, has he? I don't
Absolutely.
think he's even.
He hasn't played.
He's 100% a man in form, and he's playing for a team in form, which, to be honest, that's all there is. In 3 weeks' time, if he switches off and Villa start getting thrashed, he's gone. But it's not much of a risk.
Midfielder, who have had no luck the whole season. Yes. So as he was just with like Jared Bowen, if he does nothing again, then I say again, if he does nothing like the return that he's just done in his 5 weeks, then he's going to be out. I just want one good fifth midfielder.
He's outscoring Grealish right now, and that's kind of all you need to know. They got United and Tottenham next, and then after that, Everton in game week 19 all the way until Brighton in 24. Very, very nice run of fixtures. It could be a really shrewd move.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you should mention a fifth midfielder who's going to do bits.
Ooh, what have you done?
Jack Grealish has left my side.
Mistake.
Well, I don't think so. I'm looking at their fixtures coming up. I think Aston Villa are playing well. He's had a couple of weeks where he hasn't really come up with a return. I don't want to lose him, but there's some strategy there. Jack Grealish is gone. Thomas Souček is in. I got him just before his price went up. So I've already made some cash on him.
That means, Jack, sorry to interrupt, Jez. Jack, we have to now get rid of Thomas Souček.
That's right, because he's not going to score any points.
Yeah. Thanks, Jed.
So it's funny you guys should make that joke, because how many points did I get this week? I don't really remember. That's what I'm saying.
Jez, what is your formation going in for game week 17?
So, if you are a listener to this pod, I think you will know that I coined the phrase playing a Jez, which is, of course, a 3-5-2. I'm playing a 3-5-2. Anyway, so Souček has come straight in. Even though he got me points this week, Bednarek is going to sit on my bench if Charlie Taylor plays, which I don't think he will. So basically, I'm looking at a bare 11, and I've got Brewster, who will probably get 1 or 2 points. He's my only bench player. I really hope that I have fixtures this week, otherwise I could be in trouble.
Yeah, do you think there'll be any postponements?
So, I mean, I don't have any players from any of the teams who were supposed to play and didn't, except for Spurs. And from what I understand, that was a COVID test from within the Fulham team that called off that game. So I think that's okay for Spurs. So I'm hopeful that it'll be okay. I know that West Ham are due to play against Everton. I don't know what the situation is going to be there, but just basically got to hope for the best.
Yeah.
So I think that game will go ahead because it was City with the COVID problem, right? And it looks like West Ham and Everton are clean for now. I mean, you can't obviously predict the future, but for that particular game, as I said, we're recording on the 30th, and that game is being played on Friday the 1st. So it's only a couple of days. You'd like to think that should be all right. So you're going with a 3-5-2 then, Jez, and who up top?
Yeah.
Kane and Bamford.
So it's I'll just go through my team. So I've got McCarthy at the back in goal, Chilwell, Dallas, and either Taylor or Bednarek, depending on who's healthy. Fernandes, Salah, Son with the captain's armband. Souček, Zaha, so I'm holding on to him for 1 more week because they've got Sheffield. And then Kane and Bamford up front.
Very nice.
So close to my team.
How about you, Jim?
So I'm also playing a Jim, which is a 3-5-2.
That is a Jez, yep.
McCarthy. I mean, I can see Saints getting another clean sheet there against Liverpool.
Oh, shut up.
Chili. Trent. Cancelo. I'm concerned that he might not play because City might still be... I don't know. Do they have to quarantine now?
If he doesn't play... Well, it depends who tests for what. But if City don't play, then Chelsea don't play. And Chile... Goodbye. And Zuma for you.
Yeah. Zuma's on my first sub at the moment, and then I've got Ayling and then Brewster. So, I mean, Ayling and Brewster play, I can't see Ailing getting a clean sheet against Spurs, but
not a chance.
Hopefully something, I don't know, it might be in another abysmal week, but let's see. In my midfield, I've got Son, Fernandes, Salah, Souček, and El Ghazi. And up front, Kane and Bamford. I am captaining Kane. And at the moment, I've actually got Mo Salah as my vice captain again. Because whenever he goes down that far south, he actually runs riot. And I'm hoping it's going to be similar. I'm just taking a look at the where is it? The head-to-heads. And I mean, this is going to be, I don't know if this is going to be surprising or not. So the same fixture was 4-0 last season.
It's a very different Southampton side, though, it has to be said.
Yes, it is. But did Mo bag a brace? Yes, he did. So I know, but he's only got my vice at the moment. But yeah, our teams are quite similar. Jack, what's yours?
I think it's worth looking at those head-to-heads. I think they're important. I mean, we're obviously talking a few months back now, but I think, Vardy's quite an interesting one for that. I think I always look at him, and if he's performed in a previous fixture and he's done well, chances are he knows that side well, and he's going to do exactly the same as he did last time. I feel like Mo could be a good one. The interesting thing about Mo and Liverpool is that they play on Monday the 4th rather than Friday the 1st. So they got 3 extra days to prepare, which I quite like the sound of.
That's important. Yeah,
it is important. I think they obviously played today, but that's 5 days prep when others have had 2 days, which I quite like. My formation, I'm going with a 3-4-3. I do like 3 up top, and I'm happy with all 3 of them now. So McCarthy at the back, Stones, Sorfal, and Alexander-Arnold in defence. I've got Salah, Fernandes, Son, Souček in midfield, and up top I've got Kane, Bamford, and Calvert-Lewin, who has got West Ham at home, which I'm hoping could be a nice.
I'm trying to find a weakness in that team, and I'm struggling to do so.
Yeah.
The thing I like about this, I didn't want to take out Kevin De Bruyne. I definitely didn't want to get Dallas in for a hit. I could have probably held that for another week, especially because he's now on my bench, but I benefited from the price rise, and I just like him. He's probably someone that's...
He's 100% going to go up again in this next week.
I think so. I mean, he's right up there with the top point scorers. He's got the same points as Robertson this season. I mean, it tells you all you need to know about kind of where he is in his attack and return potential as well, particularly for a team that don't keep clean sheets. They have a little bit more recently, but not consistently across the season. My bench is looking a lot healthier. I've got Button first sub. My sub goalie. I've actually gone with Mitchell as my first sub. I can't imagine he'll play because he hasn't been a regular, but Sheffield United at home. I mean, if I'm going to be benching anyone who's got a chance of coming on, I'd quite like a team who's playing Sheffield. So I'm hoping potentially a clean sheet there. Dallas is my second sub.
Anyone that plays Sheffield, you should just captain them anyway. So
100%. I mean, to be honest, that's the only reason I've still got Zaha in my side. He wasn't doing anything for me, but they've got Sheffield, so
dude,
he's going to bag 6.
Put your C on him. Honestly,
not a chance.
Put your armband
not a
on
chance.
him.
No.
If I was you, I'd totally do that.
Huge differential.
Wrong.
Honestly, I'm even thinking of putting El Ghazi.
You're an idiot. Shall we move on? Jack, do you want to tell us who the top transfers in and out this week are?
Guys, yes, absolutely. But can we, for game week 18, we all had a plan, right? And we were going to play a free hit, essentially. Because there's going to be a lot of blanks. Are we concerned that there's going to be even more blanks?
Great question. And the answer for me is yes. I am considering saving that for another week. It's too risky right now. The thing is about the free hit, like we've seen, there's no retrospective action with COVID blanks. So if you all of a sudden get a 3 Tottenham, 3 City, like happened this week, you free hit on it, you don't get that free hit back, and you've lost half your squad. So I'm not confident about playing with it, and I'm almost just going to stomach a really crap week of having probably no more than 5 players playing but I'll take it. If it means that I can use that free hit for another time in the season to try and make those points back, I'm seriously considering it, no question.
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to take a different tact just because I probably need to gain some points up. I'm going to take a bit of a risk and try to make it happen. I am going to load my bench so that I do have 15 out of 15 players.
What, with your free hit or just in general?
With the free. I mean, I'm trying to work towards that anyway because that's part of my my strategy.
But why would you want to load your bench up on a free hit?
Because I'm not certain that everyone's going to play, and I want to make sure that I have 11 playing because.
Oh,
smart.
You know,
okay.
they're not going to be the greatest players in the world on my bench, but I want to be certain that like it'll be like like an Oriol Romeo. I don't think they've got a fixture, but you know what I mean. There'll be like a 4.5 who plays every week, and you know that's fine. If they get 2 points, no worries. But if they don't have to play, also no worries.
I don't know. I can just imagine if we play our free hit and then something happens and it's just postponed, like more games are postponed, and then we lose that chip
obviously,
altogether.
I'm going to have to be like monitoring the situation as best I can, and you know you can't predict everything, but sometimes you just got to risk it for the biscuit. You know, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win our FPL Faff league. This is what I got to do.
The only thing worth mentioning is that for the gap between game week 17 and 18 is about 10 days, which might not mean anything, but for the games that were cancelled this game week for COVID reasons, and you've got the isolation period technically for the likes of Fulham and City, they'll be over. So there is a chance that they might come back. What it doesn't obviously break from is whether there's any positive tests from basically now onwards. So it is a risk, and you're right to monitor it closely. I think we all will, but I just can't. I do not want to be wasting a hit. I think, particularly a free hit, it's quite a nice. I like a free hit, and if that was to be ruined by COVID, it would be I'd regret it.
I guess my thinking is, you know, there will be another double game week at least later in the season. I don't really have any major issues with my squad. I like the players that I've got in there at the moment. So, you know, a wild card is very handy, and I might, if there's a late double game week, I might even use my wild card as a makeshift free hit and just try to maximize the points there.
I mean, that makeshift free hit will be stuck.
It will be, but that's what I'm saying. If it's towards the end of the season and I don't have to live with the consequences very long, obviously I'm not going to be getting in crap players. You know, I'm not going to be getting in players just because they're playing a game.
Yeah.
But that might be my strategy.
Yeah. What I thought was hilarious was that you're planning on using your wild card now.
No, I don't think no. Not after the COVID outbreaks. I'm not going near that wild card right now. That's there in case of emergency. Jack, why don't you take us through the transfers in and out?
I will do.
Please start with
Yes, we'll start with that. We've been chopping and changing from probably week 1 to week 17. But
so just to be clear, are we starting with the transfers out?
We are starting with the transfers out. We're going top 10. Interestingly, this week, the number of transfers being made is way down compared to previous weeks. Normally we're seeing, in some cases, 250,000, 300,000, 400,000 transfers being made for a particular player. I think we've got one player which has tipped over 100,000 transfers made this week.
Wow.
For both in and out. So it's been...
Do you think that's because of like the quick turnarounds in game weeks?
I think so. I think people are looking to roll transfers as well. People wanting to get to two free transfers so they can make it in time for the double game week. There's probably a bit of that going on. Or, or maybe people are just really happy with their teams. But we'll start with the top 10 out. Yannick Vestergaard is number 1. He's obviously injured. Slabhead, absolutely. Interestingly, when he's been out of the team, they've kept 2 clean sheets on the bounce. So that might be something to think about. Jack Grealish, number 2. He is a lot of managers are shipping him out. Kurt
Bad
Zouma,
fixtures and no double game week. Makes sense.
Absolutely. Kurt Zouma coming in at number 3.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. It was a rotation risk.
Chelsea have had no returns in the last I think 3 game weeks. No defensive returns, that is. He's very expensive if you have him, if you've just bought him recently. I understand that. That makes sense.
I mean, I've made a lot of value on him. And
sure. You like him because you got him in for what, 5.2, 5.3 maybe?
No, I got him from flat. What was he, 5?
Was he 5 since? Oh my god.
Yeah,
he started really cheap. But I don't think that he was guaranteed to start the season as much as he, or play as much as he has. Rudiger's been, sideline. And
I think he will be back.
I think so. I think so. He'll come back for sure. Calvert-Lewin is number 4. Mm-hmm. He hasn't scored. It's a confusing one for me as a Calvert-Lewin owner. He hasn't scored in 4, but he's got 3 assists in that time, and I've made a lot of value on him.
So it's only 1 week he hasn't got an attacking return.
He's one of those players
season.
I think he's getting transferred out not because of his performances, but because of Bamford's performances. Because that, I'm looking at that, and he's scoring more points. He's in better form, and he's $1.5 million cheaper. It makes sense.
It does make sense. It's an easy transfer to make. I'm going to stick with him for myself. I think he leads the line well for Everton, and they're playing really well at the minute. Number 5 is James Ward-Prowse. I mean, he was a massive bandwagon. A lot of people got him in after he got 3 goals and an assist on the bounce. And then he's been a bit dry since then. Not to mention, there's a load of other good options for that 6.5 million option. So he's out at number 5. Kevin De Bruyne is number 6. Reece James, number 7. James Maddison is number 8. He's picked up a knock, as has Callum Wilson, who is number 9.
He played though tonight.
He did play tonight. It says he's got 75% on his ankle. I'm sure that.
No, I think it said that before the game. I think we'll see that'll get updated tonight and he'll be fine.
We'll see him come back. Yeah, I think you might be right there. And Newcastle's fixtures look good, so I'm sure that might change soon. And capping it all off is COVID-struck Kyle Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why he didn't get played.
What a selfish prick.
Brutal. That confirms a top 10 out, top 10 in. Again, a lot of similar names. We've seen these players over the last few weeks. 50% of teams own him now. Patrick Bamford, number 1. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have been getting him in, which will be doing wonders for his value. He's now 6.5, which is good on him. He started at 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, that's incredible.
He's done very well and reliable. I mean, all season he's got 10 goals and 5 assists.
I think he's been the player who's gained the most value this season. I think.
Yeah.
I think him Calvert-Lewin's up there. And
DCL. I think DCL started on 7, didn't he? And he's now 7.9 or 7.8. So Bamford's gained a straight mil. So I think he's clear. Yeah,
he is clear.
I think Calvert went down. Grealish has gone up quite a lot.
But he sort of plateaued.
And don't forget, Kane started at 10.5, but then what is he, 11 now?
11 or 11.1. But yeah.
Yeah, and Bruno as well. He's gone up quite a lot.
Oh, he has. He's skyrocketed. Again, 10.5, and I think he's 11.1 or 11.2 maybe.
Fair, yeah.
Another player who hasn't quite skyrocketed, but certainly more recently, is Jan Bednarek, which is not a surprise. He's playing really well. Over 12% of teams have got him now.
Yep.
Number 3, again, unsurprisingly, Stuart Dallas. I'm looking at him. He 14% of teams. I'd argue he's a differential, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, the way he plays, as you said, he's not playing as a defender. He's attacking. He's putting balls in. He's running into the box.
Yeah.
That's all you want. And recently they've got into the clean sheets. Like if they can figure out how to defend, and he's attacking consistently, that's all you want from a defender.
You've got such a good chance with him getting a wonder goal.
I mean, you look at his stats from last season. That's the reason that I picked him at the start of the season. So it was down to him and Ayling for me. He got a lot of assists and quite a few goals last season.
You chose the right way there. I chose Ayling.
Well, I was looking at formations, and he tended to play a bit more in midfield, whereas Ayling was your more traditional right back, or now he's playing centre back.
It's quite right. And it's the fixtures as well. Like he's consistently playing 90 minutes. We know that Bielsa doesn't really rotate.
I mean, he's got nobody on his bench. Like I was looking at that on the weekend, and there was one sub that you might make, and that's Helder Costa. Apart from that, who are these guys?
Nah, he's right there. He's looking good, particularly now as well. He's really up to speed with the Premier League and the fixtures are good. So he's in the number 3. Bruno is number 4. We'll continue to see him here, I'm sure. 48% of teams have him. Number 5 is Pedro Neto, who is
Makes sense.
I mean, great price point. Been a little bit quiet. I actually expected a little bit more from him, to be honest, with Raul Jimenez out, and he is playing up top. But
I was thinking of getting Neto in.
I mean, it's going to be January transfer window in a couple of days when it starts. And, Wolves, they need a striker. Otherwise, they're really going to fall by the wayside. I don't think they're scoring as many goals as they should do. So he's in at number 5. You've got El Ghazi, Jim, coming in at number 6.
Makes sense.
Bandwagon, nice.
Well, what is it? Form, yes. Correct.
Absolutely form. Zaha,
oh my God.
Zaha coming in at number 7. He's 7.4. I think, a lot of people getting out Grealish. He's up on that list as replacements. Jamie Vardy is number 8, who was benched on the weekend, but that's clearly just giving him a rest. They've got Newcastle away next. That could be a potential captaincy shout. Chilly Chilwell, number 9.
The assist king.
Yeah.
And speaking of kings, the Slovakian king, Souček, is number 10.
Yeah, boy.
Nice list.
I hate that you got him in, Jez. Like, our teams are so similar.
Yeah, but okay, you say our teams are so similar, but the last few weeks you've been making changes to make yours more like mine. Don't be pretending. How? Who's got Bamford in now? You do.
Yeah, but that was the wise decision.
Who got Bruno in after I did? You did.
No, I got him in.
I did.
I
definitely did.
Incorrect. He was when I made the huge mistake of playing my wild card in game week 2 after they didn't play in game week 1. He was in.
Okay. I'll let you have that.
Exactly.
But Jez, who's number 1? Who's number 1? Jim's
Talk to me in
number
game week
1.
20.
Jim's
Talk to me in game week 20.
Should we go on to pictures?
Let's do it.
Yes.
So, the first fixture for this week is Everton-West Ham.
2-0 Everton.
Called off for COVID.
Okay.
Play again in February.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, it's probably right, but...
I'm going to go Everton win 2-1.
Oh, okay. I don't know about this one. I think it might be... it's going to be close. I don't think either team is going to really give much away. I think it might be 1-1.
I mean, it might be. It's going to be a hard game because West Ham are in form as well, and also Moyes is coming back against.
Moyes is coming back. Oh, sorry, 3-0 Everton.
Exactly. There you go.
Man U, Aston Villa.
This will be a good game. I think both.
This might be the most. This might be my. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. It's going to be up there though.
Yeah, it should be a good game.
Both teams like to attack. I think there will be rotation from both teams potentially, particularly United. I can see Cavani starting and doing quite well in this one.
I don't know if you can call that rotation so much as picking the better player up front, but
Well, yeah, absolutely. Martial.
What I did find weird is that Scott McTominay did not start, and they really struggled. They got that late goal.
He's gluing that team together.
Oh, he's
honestly, I mean, I liked how Ollie started United's formation, but I would definitely have had McTominay in for Pogba.
Yeah,
that's my only change.
I don't even know if bringing him in for Pogba, but maybe for Matic, because he basically plays that holding midfielder position a little bit more. Yeah, but I think it's one of those things. He's just rotating his squad, making sure everyone's getting a game and everyone is getting a rest as well.
I'm going to say this is 2-1 to Man United.
Okay. Jack, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go 3-1 United, and all 3 goals will be counter-attacks, and they'll all be scored in the second half.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I think there's going to be 2-1 United. Yeah, I've got a similar line of thinking. El Ghazi's going to do nothing.
No, he's definitely getting a goal.
Incorrect. Spurs Leeds. I think this is my favourite game of the week. I'm definitely going to watch that.
This is going to be a goal fest, hopefully.
Watch this be 0-0.
I know. I mean, the games have been dreadful, except for the Leeds game.
I didn't even want to talk about anything from this week. Those games were just crap.
And yet here we are, still talking. But no, I think 3-2 to Spurs.
Okay.
I think it'll be close. I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs.
Okay.
This one's 4-2 Spurs to me. This is going to be goals. We already know from the Mystic Jazz before, and I am going to get it right. Crystal Palace, Sheffield.
Turnip! This is the biggest turnip game, I think, this week. Is it?
I don't think not for me. We'll get to it later on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, no, there's a joint one for the turnip crown.
There's another horrific one locking in there. But for this game, I see it another loss for Sheffield United. Maybe I looked at their squad the other day. Jack O'Connell's been missing all season, and what a miss he is. My God, they just can't stop conceding goals. And I think they're going to concede 2 more here. I think Zaha will play well. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
Well, I'm going to say 0-0, and I'm going to fall asleep if I watch this game.
If this is 0-0, I might have to stop watching football. Okay.
I think it is.
No, I'm just going to say because I want it to be 2-0 to Palace. Zaha's going to score both. It's going to be great. And then he's going to go up in price, and then I'm going to get him out of my team. Brighton Wolves.
I don't want this to be a boring game, but I can see this being a boring game as well. I'm going to give it 1-0 to Brighton.
Okay.
I think I'm wrong, but...
I think you're wrong too.
Well, I think it'll be a game of few goals. I'm actually going to say there's going to be no goals. I'm going to go 0-0.
Yeah.
Jack, I see reason in what you're saying. It's definitely going to be a 0-0 for me.
Unless Wolves can do something.
I mean, of course they can, but both teams are capable of doing something.
They absolutely parked the biggest bus against Man United. It wasn't fun to watch at all.
No, that game hurt me, man.
It was so bad. Yeah, there's 3 turnips, and this is another one.
Oh god! So this next one is grim as well. West Brom Arsenal. What awful teams these are. Relegation fodder.
Oh wow. Honestly, I think it could be clinical. It's really good for Arsenal to have got that win. Lacazette. Honestly, I think he is worth having a look at. That's a
false statement. Okay.
As a differential, seriously,
9 million differential, really?
He's 9.
Yeah, okay,
expensive. Maybe not. I mean, I thought it would be a bit cheaper because he doesn't start, but whatever. Jesus. Okay, I think they're going to continue their form at the moment with these 2 wins under their belt. Arsenal win. It'll be 2-0.
I agree entirely. 2-0 Arsenal. Rob Holding another clean sheet.
Okay. All right, hang on. Now, look, I was gonna be polite about telling you both that you're wrong, but now I've lost my patience. Rob Holding is a garbage player. He needs to be in League One at best. 2-0 West Brom. You heard it here first. 2-0 West Brom.
Oh my God.
Gallagher's gonna ping one in the top corner. Leno is going to do fuck all about it because he's a worse goalkeeper than Martinez. End of story.
Whoa.
Burnley, Fulham,
Wow.
Turnip.
This is the worst game of the game. No questions asked.
It really is.
I will not be tuning in at midday on Sunday.
This is already going to be the worst game of 2021.
What it will be, though, in my opinion, is another Burnley clean sheet, and Nick Pope is going to walk away with 3 bonus. I'm going to go 1-0 Burnley.
Do you know what? He's not going to walk away with 3 bonus because he's only going to have to make 2 saves.
He
won't need to even make the saves. You're saying that Fulham
you're right.
shoot
Fulham would
on
have
target?
to shoot on target. Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh God, sorry, not sorry to all of the Burnley and Fulham fans out there. I know we've got millions of you listening in and tuning in.
Well, look, to be fair, this is a Premier League centered podcast, and next year Fulham won't be in the Premier League, so it's okay.
Oof, brutal.
Oh, sorry, that's harsh. This has got a 0-0 from me.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, Newcastle, Leicester. I'm looking forward to this one, actually.
Yeah.
You might say it's interesting.
Oh. You might say that. Newcastle looked good today against Liverpool.
They did.
Having said that, I think it'll be 2-1 to Leicester.
Okay, yeah.
I can't see Newcastle scoring. I think if anyone has still got James Justin, they're looking at a clean sheet here. Probably an assist as well. I'm going to go 2-0 Leicester, and Jamie Vardy's going to have a worldie.
I'm going to agree in part. I think it's going to be a Leicester win. I do see Newcastle scoring. Wilson looked dangerous today, and I think that Leicester are a bit shaky at the back. I think it's going to be 2-1 Leicester. Chelsea, Man City.
Ooh, okay. So I don't think this was going to be as good as it sounds. It's hard to call it. I'm going to give it to... I'm going to say 2-1 to Chelsea.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. Don't know why.
I mean, Chelsea, they're just not doing it at the minute. And when they were so good right at the start of the season. I don't trust them against... I can't see them winning against Man City. And providing City don't have too many COVID casualties, I'm going to go 2-0 City.
Yeah, I mean, City have they've had a long break now, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, they may turn it up.
I think City are just going to win this game in the midfield. I think, sadly for you, Jack, I think Big Kev is going to show why he's got that price tag this week.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be running the show. Goal and assist from him, goal from somebody else. I don't know. I see this one being 3-1 maybe. City. Yeah.
A goal from Cancelo would be lovely.
Oh, it would not. Southampton, Liverpool.
Southampton, Liverpool. It's sadly it's a Liverpool win. They do always seem to be well against Southampton. And I'm going to say 2-0 to Liverpool.
I agree. I think Mo's going to return. I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
I'm going to actually disagree with you guys. I think this one's going to be a draw.
Wow.
I think it's going to be 1-1. I think Salah will be the goal scorer.
That's the biggest cop-out. Whoa, that's your team name.
Whoa, team name.
Answer I've heard.
What? Picking a correct result? That's a cop-out? Okay. See you in 5th place in 3 weeks' time, Jim.
Sure.
Well, that's all we've got for this week. Until next week, this has been good.
Until 2 days.
Oh, actually, do you know what? If you do want to join our FPL Faff mini league, you can do so by sticking the letters DKSORK into your Premier League app. Go and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and of course, click subscribe if you listen to us on YouTube, or click follow if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Guys, until next time.
Next time.
Next time.
Faff.